Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Super League Grand Final preview for 2020, which is between the Wigan Warriors and last year's premiers, St Helens. I hope everyone's doing well on this Friday afternoon. It is currently 6 p.m. Hope everyone's doing well. So guys, tomorrow morning, 6:45 a.m. New South Wales time, 5:45 a.m. Queensland time. The Super League Grand Final is on. It is the Wigan Warriors, who finished in first position this year, minor premiers, league shield winners, whatever the fuck you want to call it, against last year's premiers, the reigning defending premiers, St Helens. St Helens looking to go back-to-back and trying to win for James Graham because he's never won a grand final. He's lost a fair few from James Graham. St Helens are trying to go back-to-back and win it for James Graham, send him out a winner because he's retiring. And the Wigan Warriors, on the other hand, they're trying to win the grand final for Sean O'Loughlin, who plays his last game. James Graham, Sean O'Loughlin, two absolute legends of rugby league. And, you know what? I wish both teams all the best tomorrow morning. And I'm looking forward to it. But let's get into it. So the odds for the game, the Wigan Warriors are favourites at $1.80, and St Helens are outsiders at $2.05. I think this is going to be a fantastic game, guys. I think it'll definitely go down to the wire. I can't see any blowouts unless there's an injury to a big-name player early in the game. That's the only way I see this game being a blowout. It's a very even match. I think both teams have got plenty of points in them. Both teams' defence has been outstanding. Last week, St Helens destroyed Catalans 48 points to 2. And Wigan had a phenomenal win over Hull FC, where Wigan was struggling a little bit in the first 20 minutes last week, and then they got on top of them in the end. So, you know, if you're going off last week's form, you'd have to say St Helens are in better form than Wigan, but it doesn't really matter because both teams are high quality. Both teams have got phenomenal players. Like, you know, Wigan, for example, you've got the likes of Jackson Hastings, Bevan French, Zach Hardacre. They've got so many fantastic players, the Wigan side. Oliver Gildart as another one. And, for St Helens, you got the likes of Johnny Lomax, Alex Wormsley, James Roby, Lachlan Coote, Theo Fudge. So many great players. And obviously you got the two legends, Sean O'Loughlin up against James Graham. The best forward in the Super League, Alex Wormsley, taking on the Wigan pack, which is going to be absolutely magnificent. I find this game very hard to pick because it could go either way, All weekend, all of last weekend and all week, I've been leaning towards Wigan, but my tip for the 2020 Super League Grand Final, I think St Helens are going to win the premiership. I think they're going to go back-to-back. I think they're going to send out James Graham as a winner. I think the first 20 minutes will probably decide the game. I think it'll go a long way of deciding the game anyway. I'm not saying the first 20 minutes will definitely win the game, but I just think whoever gets off to the best start probably wins because of the quality of both sides. So I think the start is very important, but it honestly could go either way. It's pretty much a toss-the-coin game. I mean, you could honestly get a 50-cent piece and just flick it, and that's your tip for the grand final because it could honestly go either way. Last week Jackson Hastings played hooker, which is unheard of for him, and he made about 55 tackles, got man of the match, and he was outstanding against Hull FC. St Helens last week, I know they won 48-2, but I thought their halves last week were a little bit off. I thought Johnny Lomax wasn't as great as what he normally would be, and Theo Fudge wasn't at his best. So, last week it was all James Roby and Lachlan Coote. So I think the halves have to be a little bit better for St Helens, and I think if they are, they'll go a long way to winning. I know there's a little bit of an injury cloud around Alex Wormsley's knee. I know last week he injured it a couple times, so I guess you can probably predict that Wigan will definitely target Alex Wormsley's knee, so don't be surprised if that happens, but it's the grand final. Whether you bust your knee or not, I'm sure Wormsley will play on regardless of what happens, unless he can't walk. But overall, I think this is going to be a fantastic grand final. It sucks that, that there wasn't a different team in the Super League grand final this year. It sucks that Hull couldn't make it. They haven't made a grand final since, I think, 06. And Catalans, they've never made a grand final, so it's a shame they couldn't get there. But I think Wigan and St Helens probably deserve to be in the grand final. They've been the two best sides all season. So I think it makes sense. First against second, both sides have been the most consistent all year. And I think it's going to be a fantastic game. Now, so look, I think Saints will win in a tight one. I think there will be a few points scored. I don't expect it to be. It won't be like a 12-8 sort of game, I don't think. And I don't think it'll be a 32-28 sort of game. I think it'll be around the middle. So I think St. Helens will win by 4. I reckon 20 points to 16. So I can see 4 tries to 3 or something. I can see a few tries in the game. I can't see more than 9 tries scored in the match. So I think St. Helens will win the game. 20 points to 16. Saints by 4. I think the first try scorer for the match, I like Regan Grace for the first try scorer. I think he'll score first. Regan Grace. And for the man of the match, very hard to pick the man of the match because honestly, for St. Helens, there's so many players that could win man of the match. So I'm going to go with Johnny Lomax to get man of the match. If I have a look what that's paying on Sportsbet, player of the match, Johnny Lomax, $9. So I might have $5 to $10 on that. And first try scorer, I really like Regan Grace on the wing for St. Helens. Regan Grace is paying $13, so not bad. If I had a try score for the Wigan side, I'd probably go with Oliver Gildard or Liam Farrell for first if I was going with Wigan. And if I was going man of the match, well, if Wigan had to win, I think Jackson Hastings needs to be man of the match or Bevan French. One of them have to be best on field. I mean, for Wigan to win. So if Wigan are to win, I think Hastings or French has to be best on green. Has to be best on ground. But overall, it's going to be a fantastic game. I hope everyone in Australia who doesn't watch much Super League, I hope they get up for it in the morning and watch it because it's going to be a fantastic game. It's very different to the NRL, the Super League. It's a more open competition. It's very entertaining. But I'll tell you right now, Wigan or Saints, either side could go with anyone in the NRL, in my opinion. They could match it with anyone. And honestly, I think if any team could match anyone in the NRL, I think Wigan or Saints definitely are the two sides that could match it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go with St. Helens to win the grand final. 20 points to 16. So Saints by 4. Regan Grace for the first try scorer. And Johnny Lomax for man of the match. Anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the support. The Melbourne Storm and Panthers review will be out tomorrow night, guys. And the corner post will probably be out on Sunday. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic Friday night. Have a fantastic Saturday morning. Hope everyone has a fantastic time then. And I'll see you guys later on.